thrilled to be at 21 Metzger Drive in Orchard Park with Kendal Cavaleri. She is did you win 30 Under 30?
I did.
For designing. Kitchen and baths are her favorite. She'll do other rooms of the house, right? Mm-hmm. But you love kitchen and bath the best.
Yes.
All right. Awesome. So when you walk into a space like this, obviously it's been demoed already.
Yes.
Does it intimidate you?
No.
This is like the ideal time to say,
slate.
hey, Kendal, come on in. What can you do? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about if somebody was to hire you, looking at this space, what's your process? How do you work? What do you do?
So we do our initial consultation on site. So we would go through your inspiration pictures, your goals for the space, a client questionnaire. We measure it. And then from there, we would send you a proposal of the work included. Once you sign on as a client, we go into like the concept phase. So it'll be like 3 weeks of doing concepts. So floor plans, renderings, preliminary materials. We present them to you. And then we kind of go from there, like picking out the cabinets, countertops, backsplash, all of that stuff.
Right? So inspo pictures. So if I'm like looking at Pinterest or design magazines that I like, I just keep saving those photos for you.
Yes.
So you get to know my style.
Yes.
Because it might be different from your style.
Exactly. We have an online studio, so you can upload all of those prior to the consultation meeting. And we go through each one together. So like if you just like the flooring in a picture, we'll go through that. Yeah.
Right? What's like the hottest kitchen trend right now?
People are loving white and navy blue cabinets. I think that's been here for a couple of years. It looks like it's staying.
Right? Very crisp. Very crisp. Mm-hmm. So, do you, tell me about the rules. Are there rules like you wouldn't want to do navy up top and white below? You'd want to do white and navy, or how does that?
There is no rules, but typically you would want to do a darker color as the base cabinets because you're opening them all day. Like your trash cabinet will be a base cabinet. So white cabinets show the most wear and tear. So it is better to do a darker color or a wood cabinet, but there's like a scenario for each,
right? If
you wanted to switch them up.
Okay. So let me just tell you a little secret. When I did my kitchen, one of the best things I ever did. So I've got like my stove on this side and my sink on this side and on the island. I did trash cans on both sides. So if I'm cooking, I just throw the trash from when I'm cooking over on this side and then the garbage for the sink on that side when I'm doing the dishes.
Yeah.
That is my absolute favorite part of my kitchen.
Smart choice.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. So when you walk into a kitchen like this, do you immediately have like an idea of like, okay, I'd put the stove here or the fridge here or the sink here, or you take a few minutes, look at the space?
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. There's things in the space that like there's a window here. So obviously a sink can go there. It doesn't have to, but there's general like kitchen rules that lean you towards that. But honestly, it all comes down to a measurement. So sometimes I have ideas, like sometimes I'm like, you definitely should do this. Sometimes it doesn't happen until you put it in your design software and are laying it out.
Right. Okay. So as you walk through, what is your process? So if somebody like client was meeting you here, you would talk about how people use the space, how they use the kitchen.
I would talk about how they use the space in the kitchen. There are guidelines. The National Kitchen and Bath Association has guidelines. So you typically go off those, like the measurement between these base cabinets and the island. So I kind of start there. I know how kitchens functionally work because I do them all day.
Right.
So I kind of go off that and then what they're needing. Like you as the client would tell me, I like drawers versus regular base cabinets. So I go over stuff like that. Or if you have specialized storage, like you want a coffee bar, that's something we would go over.
Right. So you take all of those ideas, everything like I want a coffee bar, I've got these pots, this sort of thing can be overwhelming for somebody. So you take all that information and then you kind of come up with a design plan and then refine it from there.
Yes.
Awesome. Now, tile choices, backsplash choices, flooring choices. I mean, like if you walk into like a big box store, you can be totally overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So how does that process work with you? Do you kind of narrow it down for people?
So for a kitchen, I always start with the cabinets and then add the countertops onto that. And this can sound crazy, but usually when you pick out a cabinet, it weeds out of a lot of countertop choices. And then the countertop weeds out a lot of backsplash choices. So I typically like to go to the showroom before, pull out options for my client. So you're only looking at 3 things rather than 3,000.
Right?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. And then at least if you don't like any of those 3, we're at the store and we have unlimited options. But it really does, as you make more choices, it weeds out a lot of different things.
Okay. What's the favorite kitchen that you've designed?
Like
What were the colors? Favorite one.
I don't know.
Do you have a favorite? It's like picking a favorite child.
I don't know. I'm doing a one that's quarter sawn white oak right now, natural quarter sawn white oak in green, and it's going to be really cool, but that's my favorite.
Pretty. Wallpaper. Can somebody use too much wallpaper?
I guess yes. I wouldn't really, wallpaper in a kitchen.
No, not a thing?
It is a thing. Depends where you put it.
Okay.
I don't think you can use too much wallpaper. It just depends if all the wallpapers go together.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So when you're designing a kitchen, do you think about the whole house and the space and how it flows, right? So we're here. Obviously, we've got some availability in different rooms here. That maybe this wall was started, might be something that you consider taking down or trimming back, or.
Yeah, I consider the whole house, even the exterior of it, because the exterior really plays a part on the interior, like the architectural elements of it plays a role. So I look at the whole thing. We obviously have a pretty blank slate here.
Yes.
But it is a more traditional house. So we're going to be like in warmer tones, like the brick on the fireplace.
Pretty. Okay. Well, let's go upstairs and take a look at the bathroom and talk more. This used to be a bedroom. And when they bought this house, they thought, how can we make it into a bathroom? This might be one of those situations where it's really ideal to start with a designer so you wouldn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's so many options. We have to look, there's 3 bedrooms up here, no bathroom up here, plus all this landing space. So sometimes instead of thinking like, this is where we're going to put the bathroom, you might need to start with a blank slate up here too, right?
100%. For this bathroom, you'd have to go into this bedroom every time you want to use it. So you really want hallway access for the other 2 bedrooms would be ideal.
Right? So in many considerations, because there's a bedroom on the other side of this space, maybe you end up with a Jack and Jill and a door from the hallway too for that other bedroom, or maybe we're going to take some and turn it into closet space, depending on who's going to be using these bedrooms, right? Look at me. I could be a designer.
Yeah. Join the team.
All right. You don't have to ask me twice. So say this is obviously the inspiration, right? Because this was purchased. This really pretty piece. It's kind of got that whitewashed look to it, pretty marble top. So if your client has something like this that they want to work around, you can work around a piece that they've already purchased and they love. Or maybe there's something in an existing bathroom that they already love.
Yes.
Would you work around that?
There are a lot of scenarios for that because that vanity is bought to fit in a specific space where you might not want the vanity in that space once they remodel it or come up with a layout. But if that was something, we could incorporate it. But it just depends because it could be the wrong size now. It could not fit. It depends.
We're going to use this somewhere.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it. We're going to use it somewhere.
Even if it's downstairs, it could be incorporated into the overall design.
You didn't know you needed a wet bar, and now all of a sudden you got one.
Yeah.
Excellent. So something like this, there's some nice window and light in this room. This room is a little bit darker. It looks like we're taking some space for this. What about, I know in like some new builds, not all bathrooms have a light or a window, natural light, but a lot do. So is there like a rule or a theory, or how do you approach?
You don't have to have a bathroom in your window. There's no like code or guideline or anything. It's really, I mean, people probably have a window in their bathroom because it's already there.
Right.
In this space, you definitely would add like lighting at a minimum. And it will definitely brighten
dim.
it up.
I mean, I'm a little bit older, so maybe some dim lighting is better. Shows less
lighting on a
wrinkles.
dimmer. No.
No, but you would help. You would look at the overall space on the second floor and kind of help.
Yes.
Same process when you're designing a bathroom versus a kitchen, as far as where do you start?
Consultation, we go through the same process, inspiration pictures, what your goals are, measure it, answer any questions, and then we go back into concept. So it'd be the same process as the kitchen.
Same, so you narrow down the choices.
And this one, like, if you already have materials, it could be even easier. You know, you don't have to go to a showroom and find a vanity, but maybe you do. Maybe they love something that they've already purchased and we work with that.
Right, I know. And a nice neutral tile.
It's looking a little blue.
Oh, this is looking a little blue.
We hate the tile.
Okay, so this isn't a tile for you, but that's okay, because if it was a tile that they liked,
We'll make it work.
you'll make it work, right?
Yeah.
I know, because at the end of the day. So a photographer once told me that when you're picking a color for your bathroom, pick a color that you look good naked with, because you got to spend a lot of time in that bathroom naked. Shout out Tara. See? Now you have a little something to think about.
That is a new design rule.
Awesome. Well, we hope that somebody is buying this house that's going to live here and remodel it. And if they need some design help, they should reach out to Kendal. So, Kendal, if somebody wants to reach out to you, how do they find you?
They can fill out the contact form on my website, kendalcavaleridesign.com. I'm on Instagram, Facebook.
And you can see pictures of your work.
Yes, my
Things that
portfolio.
you've done?
All of them. Yep.
All right. Maybe you'll be using their inspo pictures for their inspo. All right. Awesome.